Well, while we still got some time, let's open up the floor to some questions. Got any questions for the cast or Paul? Feel free to come on up. All right, we'll start with you. Hi there.
I have a question for everyone. I was wondering if there was anything in particular that was so difficult that you guys were freaking out it wasn't going to work, or if there was something so completely awesome you're like, never mind, let's just do this all day, every day.
I'm freaking out that you're a Dalek right now. Very scared. I used to be so scared of you when I was a little boy.
So they weren't able to terrorize you as a child.
God, you know, nothing is impossible in our wonderful Resident Evil world, you know, and it's all so challenging, but at the same time, you know, we all trained really hard to meet those challenges. And I mean, there was a couple of long nights that we pulled with the 3D and you know, some stuff for me, at least, just speaking for myself, for the clone sequences for the needle dive when she's flying down, that were really, you kind of felt like you needed a degree in physics to figure out how to make things work depth-wise and for visual effects-wise, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and people are just like, oh my God, how are we gonna get the mathematics of this all to work, you know? But I don't know, it was fun though.
I think for me, one of the challenges was in the beginning of the film when you see Claire and she's in this pilot's airplane graveyard. And we were battling such extreme weather. I mean, it was torrential rain. All our tractors were stuck in the mud. I was laying on the mud. I had to get doused in water. You know, we have fight sequences. We're slipping, we're sliding. You know, but it's part of the fun of it is because you know it's going to look kick-ass at the end of the day. So you just swallow it and you get out there and you think about your character and you dive into it. One of the funny things that happened while we were shooting, actually, that sequence was at the very end when Mila comes in, is she was shooting the gun and she shot it right into the center of the camera and blew apart the glass screen. Okay, it's worth like $100,000. So you see in slow motion.
His fault, okay? He kept saying, shoot closer to the lens, closer, closer, closer. I'm like, are you sure?
You guys have to try to get one of these outtakes because it's in slow motion.
It'll be on the DVD.
And they kept the camera rolling, and all you see in slow motion, she shoots it, and I'm like this.
And I'm trying to stay in character, like all tough, because I saw it happen, but I'm like, okay, well maybe it'll work, so I'll keep rolling. And suddenly I see her like, looking at me like, oh, you just got caught.
One of the hazards of the job, and the cameraman was like, really, about 6 inches from me?
Yeah, the producers weren't very, very excited about that moment.
Dangers of the job. Bummer?
What they said.
Okay, next question.
Hi, this question is for Mila. Hi. Resident Evil is my favorite movie franchise, and you are my absolute hero.
I love you, thank you.
And I'm your biggest fan, but what I want to know is...
Uh-oh, there's a butt in there.
Are we going to see an army of Alices in this movie? According to how the third movie ended.
Well, would it be good for you to see an army of me or bad?
Awesome.
Yes, you will. You will.
Thank you.
An army of Mila's in 3D. That sounds good.
She was like 16.
Next question.
C.T. McLean, my question is to Mr. Paul W.S. Anderson. Now, I'm studying film, and I know you talked about the 3D technology. You wrote Apocalypse and Extinction. What else, as a filmmaker, made you want to come back to the director's seat for number 4?
A couple of things. I mean, one is making Resident Evil was one of the most fun experiences of my film directing career, and I missed directing Resident Evil movies, so I wanted to have that experience again. And the other is, I felt if we were going to make another movie, I wanted the franchise I wanted to make a conceptual jump. I wanted it to become a bigger and better movie. I wanted to make the best ever Resident Evil. And and the 3D is part of that. But also I persuaded the studio to give us more money than ever so that we could make it a really globe-trotting movie. So we shot in Tokyo, we shot in Alaska on these amazing glaciers, we shot in Hollywood, we shot in Long Beach, we shot in Canada. I mean, we really made it an epic film, and I felt I was the filmmaker who was best suited to try and bring that to screen.
Great. Next question?
Hi, Bob Cecil. Questions for everybody. You know, I've seen more zombies at Comic-Con this year than any other year previously. Now, this is the 4th installment of the Resident Evil series. Do you think that zombies will officially be like the next Draculas, or what?
Who's that question for?
Everybody.
Everybody. You got one?
Paul? Man, there's a lot of zombies, in Hollywood, that's for sure. Anyway, but I don't know. I mean, zombies are zombies. The thing that's amazing to me about zombies is that they go back thousands of years in folklore. Like in the African culture, like the zombie, the person coming back from the dead, that's such an innate kind of fear that we all have. That's almost biological in a sense, that fear of getting buried alive, that fear of someone you love coming back, that fear, just, it's so kind of innately bred in us for thousands and thousands of years that I think zombies are going to be around today, yesterday, and thousands of years from now.